Previously on the channel, you saw us strip and put back together this complete 2JZ GTE engine out of a Toyota Supra. And in this episode, we're going to reinstall it back into his car and start it up for the first time. Let's go! Right here is the 2JZ that we built. There's Perry. And behind him is the Supra. How long do you reckon it's going to take us to put this engine in, Perry?
3 days.
Alright, let's see.
We're about to start putting this engine in, or attempting to at least. Me and Andrew are going to start a timer. Alright.
Let's go.
Leave your guesses in the comments what we're going to end this on.
Let's go, start it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, quick.
Perry is checking out the engine mount on the exhaust side, and you'll find out why a bit later on in the video. But for now, let's get to dropping the engine into the bay and we'll start bolting things together. What's the stopwatch at?
40 minutes.
40 minutes and we'll put one air compressor on. One AC.
We got the engine in. Ish. We didn't want to record at home on the work taking it out.
No.
It took us 8 hours. Felt like a day.
We left the AC compressor unbolted and put it to the side when we took the engine out. So we needed to bolt that back in, then bolt up the power steering, bracketing, pump and pulley. The Supra's slowly getting its heart pulled back together and I can't wait to see it running and driving. If you're liking this video so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell to keep up with our latest and newest videos. Alright guys, 1 hour, 59 minutes and 30 seconds. All we've done is bolted on the AC compressor and the power steering. All the plugs are on there. Time to put this on and then we'll put the belt on, now that we have heaps of room. And then we'll continue to dropping the engine further down and putting the engine mounts in.
You gotta go up. The mount is hitting the rack. Yeah, the stud in the mount is on the rack.
Now this is where we hit our first setback. Everything was going so smooth until we realised that the engine mount was bolted onto the wrong mounting points on the engine block. And why is this a setback, you ask? Because where the mounting points are located, it's extremely hard to get to, which makes it 10 times harder now because the engine is in the car. We initially mounted them up to the 4 locating points here, but in the Supra's case, they go here. See, 2JZs weren't only made to go into the Supra. You have the Lexus IS300, SC300 and GS300, Toyota Aristo, Toyota Mark II, Toyota Cresta and even a Toyota Chaser, just to name a few. And these either used either one or the other mounting point locations. Anyway, enough about my history lesson. Engine is now mounted and secured in the right place. Time to pass the wiring harness through and start installing everything else around the engine. Let's go! Perry, what's happened? It took us 6 hours and 21 minutes and 52 seconds, and where have we come? Tell us, update us.
So, we've pretty much done everything, alright? The only thing we're not doing yet, we're just waiting on some stuff from Toyota. The blow valve recirculating pipe, because as you can see there, they're broken.
Pretty broken here.
And this one there too, we're just waiting for little stuff like that. Other than that, gearbox is in, torque converter's all connected up. Just got to pop the tail shaft in, we put all the shifter linkages, everything's on. Obviously you just got to run the intercooler piping, put the intercooler in, put some fluid in it and it's ready to go.
6 hours, almost 7 hours it took us to put the engine in, to put the transmission in. It's still running in auto, it's still running twin turbos.
That makes it a bit more of a complicated thing to do.
For all of you that have taken 2Js apart and know how complicated the twin turbos are, that killed us. We spent a very long time on that twin turbo system and those engine mounts.
And the rare few of yous that I've actually had to put an auto in and out of this will know. Yeah.
Took 4 of us to try lift it in on the floor, mind you, on the floor. And the time is just past 11 p.m. So we're gonna call it a night there. Everything major is pretty much done to it. Just a few like little buttoning up stuff, but yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and hopefully she should fire up tomorrow. See it. All right, we're back. It's day 2. It's a new day. I'm gonna start the timer right now. Let me show you guys. I had the timer paused from yesterday. Here we go. There's a time. It's currently 6 hours 21 minutes and 52 seconds. I'm gonna resume. All right, let's get stuck into it. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna put the tail shaft on. Just gonna button up a couple more things underneath the car. Just tighten a couple of clamps underneath. Tail shaft on, and then we can start putting fluids in the car. Put the intercooler system together, and then we'll start it. Let's go. Okay, so let's open the stopwatch right now, and we are at 8 hours 47 minutes and 47 seconds, so almost 8 hours and 48 minutes right now. I'm just about to put coolant in the car, so we're going to put coolant. We're going to put automatic transmission fluid as well. What we've been doing for the past 2 hours ever since I got here today is we bolted up the dump pipe, the transmission cooler lines that go from the transmission to the radiator were a big pain to put in. They're so fiddly to put in. Ended up sorting that out as well. Bolted up the tail shaft too, and just some miscellaneous cooler lines and power steering lines that are hanging underneath. So right now I'm about to fill up the coolant, and then I'm going to fill up the automatic transmission fluid, and by the time my dip comes back, we put those 2 hoses for the power steering underneath. We should, fingers crossed, be ready to start this car. Can't wait, let's go guys. Dib's just come up with some kebabs. I've already taken my first bite because it just looked too good. Cheers, man.
Good.
Supra's about to start. I reckon 15 minutes. Put those hoses on underneath. Do one more check all over just to make sure everything's plugged in. She's ready to start. Kebab break. Be back in a bit.
The next day.
Guys, it's the 3rd day again. I've got the timer started. 9 hours and 33 minutes. We had to leave late last night. We couldn't get the car started. We couldn't get any reds. And what we did, we missed 2 grounds on the body. So we missed this one here. That one right there. And we got one just hanging out here that we just saw as well. This one right here too. So we're going to bolt those 2 grounds in. We bolted that first one in and we got reds now. So let's bolt that second one in too. We just got to reroute a bit more wiring, and then we're going to start the car. We're going to crank it first just to build oil pressure, and then we're going to give it its first start. Let's go guys, it's almost done. Alright guys, negative's going on.
Hold on, tighten it up.
Let's see it. You got the key? Let's put it in the ignition, see if we got power.
Right.
I hear power. I hear dangling. First click ignition. The ignition's on. Hey, we're on. Alright, let's loosen the... we're going to loosen the top of the VVTi oil feed, just so we can make sure oil comes to the top of the motor.
Alright, there's nothing in the way of anything.
Alright, we're at 10 hours and 31 minutes, and we're going to give it its first crank, and we're not going to start it yet. We just want oil to reach the top of the motor.
3, 2, 1. Nothing.
Oh, come on! At all? At all?
Alright.
Okay, back to the drawing board. There's no power going to the starter motor. So Adib actually got the engine resprayed, and we're thinking that that ground that actually goes to the starter motor wire, it's not getting a good reading off the body ground. So we're going to shave that down, try again, and if that doesn't work, then I'm going to put direct power to the starter motor, and hopefully we hear it one over. Again?
Keep going.
Are the fuses off?
Yes.
Okay, ready?
Go.
We've got these broken blower valve hoses here.
That one.
Genuine Toyota, guys.
Genuine.
There,
If you're ever
genuine
looking
Toyota,
for
there's
that,
one.
these pipes, there's your part numbers there. Genuine from Toyota.
We're gonna put those on because that was a potential air leak as well, and we've got a fresh batch of 20 liters of 98 octane to put in there as well, because the car is dead empty of fuel. It's been sitting out for 6 months with no fuel in it. So let's fix those two things, put the fuel in it, and Perry, do you think it's gonna start this time?
I'm not saying anything.
Don't jinx yourself. I think it's gonna start. Let's go.
You reckon we got the leads on the wrong way? No, let's check the firing order. Because this coil could be flipped. You know what I mean?
Alright, all the wiring gremlins are fixed.
Gonna try crank it over. See what happens.
Easy go. Ready? Ready? That's it, guys, the car's running. Supra's finished, complete engine build done, installed, gearbox on. Perry, it took us 12 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. How do you feel?
It's like a weight being lifted off my shoulders.
Badly, eh? Congratulations, mate.
So excited.
You got 1,000 Ks of running into this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Consider subscribing, and we'll catch you in the next one. Later.